So my video today isn't really a discussion topic. It's just a kind of a, I want to talk to you guys just a little bit. I have my random moments where I just sit and I'm like, oh my God, what did I get myself into when I joined this sorority? If I were to give this video a name, it would be things I wish I knew before I joined graduate chapter. To be honest, before I joined graduate chapter, I didn't have anyone tell me what it was really like. I didn't join Sigma Gamma Rho in graduate chapter. I joined in undergrad, and I joined in 2012. So that was the spring semester of my sophomore year, and then I remained in the sorority until I graduated in 2014. And then I joined graduate chapter around the beginning of 2015 because I graduated in December, so my membership was still good for another maybe 5 months before I had to renew my membership again and join a graduate chapter. I didn't take a break after I joined my sophomore year. I took a little bit of a break after I graduated, and that was only because I just needed a break from everything. I needed a break from sorority, undergrad. I was starting graduate school, so I couldn't jump into too many things. So when I was in undergrad, we had an alumni chapter over us. We had an advisor that was from an alumni chapter, and I always kind of knew that once I graduated that I would just automatically join that chapter. No questions asked, no other research necessary, because we did have another graduate chapter in the area, but I just knew that I was going to join my graduate chapter that advised me because it's what you do. When I joined graduate chapter, I didn't know that there was so much involved in it. Like, I didn't know all the changes that would occur straight after I joined. It was like it kind of had a plan for me without me knowing that there was a plan for me, kind of. So when I joined graduate chapter initially, it was a transfer basically. So I had to transfer from undergrad to graduate chapter. I wish I had known that, because when you transfer from one chapter to another, you pay a transfer fee. Luckily for me, for our graduate chapter, when you're an undergrad and then you join a graduate chapter, they will waive your graduate transfer fee as a gift to you. So I didn't have to worry about that. They also do a lot of incentives if you join straight after you graduate. So that was part of the reason why I ended up joining this particular graduate chapter. They just had a lot of incentives for me. So I wish I had known that there was a transfer fee. Turns out I didn't have to pay it, but there was a transfer fee in order for me to transfer from one chapter to the other. I think all sororities are like this. The other thing that I wish I had known before I joined graduate chapter was just like all it entailed. I had no idea that I was going to become an advisor within the year of me joining graduate chapter. And it wasn't an issue, don't get me wrong, because I loved my undergrad. I would support them. Even when I wasn't the advisor at the time, I would always be there for them and go to their events and attend their stuff and text them, call them, just check on them, not like hovering, but just be like, hey, I'm still in the area if you need me. Because I had just graduated, so I wasn't really that far away from them, and then graduate school was basically at home. So I didn't know that I would be an advisor. That was a lot to take on at the time. It's still a lot to take on, just being the age that I am. I personally feel like an advisor is just someone that's older, someone that's been in a chapter for more years than I have, to be able to tell other people what to do, basically. I'm very close to the age of my girls. Like I said, within the year of me graduating, I became their advisor, and I had no idea that that was going to happen, despite people telling me you're going to be an advisor. Like, jokingly, I didn't know that it was going to actually happen, because I'd be like, haha, you're funny, I'll never do that. Turns out I did, and it's been a few years that I've done it, so go figure. But it's a lot involved in being an advisor. You literally have to be there for your undergrads all the time. You're always available to them. You always have to lend a helping hand to literally advise them and show them the ropes. And when you have new members, it's the same cycle over and over again. And if you do intake every semester, it's the same cycle every semester. It's literally nonstop hovering, I feel like. And it's just so you can guide them is all that it is. But oh my gosh, it's a lot. I had no idea that it would be so much work. I love my girls. I wouldn't trade them for nothing, but as a job, as a duty, it's a lot. Another thing that I wish I had known, probably the third thing that I wish I had known when I joined graduate chapter, was just how much it was going to cost. I knew that graduate chapter costs money because it's for adults, but I'm not an adult that can afford all the things that they want me to afford. If you haven't watched my video on paraphernalia, how to buy paraphernalia, that would be one, explaining cost. And then traveling on a budget, or how to save for travel, I think was my other one. That would be another video, just explaining the cost of everything. You're basically required in undergrad, it's the same thing for grad chapter, you're required to attend sorority events, state, regional, national / international, depending on where they have it. You're required to attend those events. Whether or not you can afford it is on you, but it's a requirement. And I had no idea how much it would cost, just all those things at one time. And it's all within a 2-year span. So for my sorority, we have within a year, well, I'll say within 2 years because our brûlée is every 2 years. So that's 2 state meetings you have to attend within 2 years, and 2 regional meetings you have to attend within 2 years. And then you have that brûlée that once every 2 years. Unless they have like a special meeting, and God forbid they have one of those. On top of that, you have to pay for your travel expenses, you have to pay for your hotel expenses. It's a lot of money behind it, and I haven't even gotten to the graduate fees. It's a lot. I wish someone had broke it down for me before I just jumped into graduate chapter, how much it was actually going to cost me, because coming straight out of college, not really having a job that I really can afford my lifestyle with is a lot. And then to join a sorority and still have financial commitment is a lot. I don't regret any part of me joining graduate chapter, and I definitely don't regret joining my sorority. However, I do wish that there was someone there to explain those things to me. So I make this video to kind of warn you guys and kind of give you a little cautionary tale to make sure that you're asking the right questions when you want to join organizations and when you want to join certain levels of the organization, because you're not going to learn everything based off of the websites, and you're certainly not going to learn everything just by watching my videos, as helpful as some people think that they are. Thank you very much for telling me how helpful my videos are. But I basically think that you should really do some in-depth research on these things so that you're better prepared, because I feel like if I was more prepared, I would be able to afford everything that they want me to do. And I don't think that there's anyone in the world that can afford everything dealing with their organization unless they're just balling out of control. But you have to be prepared for these things, and I really wish that I had had that proper preparation before joining graduate chapters so that I would know what I was in for. And that's just everything, like the requirements they have for you, the plan that they have for you, because graduate chapter recruits people too, believe it or not. Whether you're an undergrad being recruited for graduate chapter after you've crossed, or you've never been in an organization and they're recruiting you, they're going to recruit you. So I think it's good to be prepared and to know what to expect before joining so that it'll be a better experience for you. But that's just my take on that. I just wanted to vent just a little bit. It's nothing negative. It's just something that's been on my mind while I'm doing all these things at once. It's been a lot, and it's a learning experience, and it's a great experience. But I just wanted to put that out there so that you guys could know, just so you're a little more prepared. But if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.